Hello, everybody, and welcome into the program with our CEO, General Manager Britt Dye. And Britt, got a lot going on at FPU. The new year started out 2024. We have been busy.
We've been busy every day so far this year and expect to be busy the rest of the year. So we got a lot going on. That's right.
We've had some extremely cold weather and extremely warm weather. You never know what we got to be working in. What kind of weather we'll be working in.
Well, the worst part is when you have real cold weather and then you get ready to get your bills and then all of a sudden it turns 70 degrees. We forget about the cold weather when the bills are so high, and that's what's going on right now. And we did have some really, really cold winter days, and we're still having some of those calculated that's on the bills. They come out.
And you fix it to where people don't have to pay a late fee or waiving late fees and disconnects until March 26th. Talk about how that came about.
Well, what we did, we knew it was going to be hard on a lot of customers, especially the fixed income and those kind of people. And so we got with the board, we studied and thought about it, and we thought that a good thing to do back to the community is to waive the late fees and have no disconnects until March 26th. But now March 26th, everything's going to crank back up to normal the way it used to be. So, we thought that we'd get everybody on every cycle through the entire billing portion of the winter.
A lot of people are very appreciative of having that because some people had some extremely high bills. We have ways to make payment arrangements. You can also sign up for budget billing. A lot of people, we talk to people about that pretty often. And if you want budget billing, you can call us and we can hook you up with that, 433-1522. Talk about LIHEAP just a little bit about what that program is.
Well, it's just if you come in and you call them or whatever and then set up payments, or they can loan or get some money for you to use to pay your bills.
And
but don't wait till the last minute. Go ahead and get started with it before your bills actually due, and it can help you out in several different ways.
And you can do that by calling South Central Human Resource Agency at 433-7182, or you can visit them at schra.us. So if you want to go online and check that out, they'll help you out too. Project Help is a program that we've been donating to ever since I've been working here, and that program's through Good Samaritan. That'll also give you an opportunity to help some folks out.
That is correct, and I believe you might talk more about this, but I believe they extended their hours and days and to give the customers a more opportunity to call and get a hold of them.
That's right. Good Samaritan Association by phone is 433-0260, or in person at the Ralph Hastings building. That's where a lot of folks here in town vote, and it's located at 208 Davison Street West, and their hours are Monday through Wednesday from 9 until 2 o'clock through March. So that's very good. And, well, we've seen some spring. We felt some spring, but it's right around the corner, and that's a time when a lot of people do a lot of digging.
That is correct. And call 811. It's very, very important. Utilities are very expensive to repair, so get your locates turned in so it won't come back and you'll be held liable for that repair to that utility, whichever one it is that's underground. Could be gas, could be telephone, could be fiber, could be electric.
Yeah.
So you have to be very, very careful.
Yeah, sometimes we don't really think about what all is underground, but there's a lot of infrastructure underground, and as since you've been CEO, the increase of mapping is so key, and you've spent a lot of time and energy and money to get that mapping up to date because of this right here. Because sometimes you think it's so quickly out of sight, out of mind underground.
Yeah, that's what everybody thinks that way to a certain degree, but just call that 811 number and get it all located, and that way you're safe and not held liable.
And we have somebody that works here, I think, for you that actually goes out and marks those places.
We do.
And so we have, and they have, it's pretty quick. They have to do it fairly quickly.
Within 3 days.
Okay. All right. Well, another thing that's a lot of people are excited about is the broadband. We're getting it more and more every day, and it's building out more and more every day. Right now, I think we're in the Mulberry area. I'm not sure.
We're in Mulberry. We're in around Kelso. We're toward the county line. We're in Mimosa. All those areas right now that we're trying to get fiber installed. getting it ready to get tested, lit, spliced, all those kinds of things. So it's taking, it takes a little while to get all of it done. But we're also pulling some more in going south down the Huntsville Highway at the top part of City Hill. So we're very, very busy with the contractors of trying to get that done and helping, those that does not have broadband access. And it's been a great a service to those because everybody's tickled to death to get it. And we're glad that we have more new customers coming on the broadband side.
Absolutely. And what's going to happen for the folks who might be calling in or asking, someone from Fayetteville Public Utilities will bring a door hanger out, put it on your door, or with a packet of information to let you know what you need to do to sign up. And if you get that packet, that means you're ready to be hooked up.
You're ready to be hooked up, once you get the packet. But that doesn't mean that the customers, the CSRs, are not made aware until that afternoon of where the packets were actually hung that day, because we try to get to a lot of different areas to hang the packets. But, just give them a little bit of time, and they'll be right with you, or if you call in, they'll get right back to you and tell you when we're ready.
And I think maybe we'll be hanging more packets here soon. So we hang out a few packets so your installers can get out there and get this bunch installed, because if we hung a whole bunch, they couldn't get to them quick enough. So
that's right.
It's a pretty good setup. Natural Gas Workers Day is coming up on March the 18th, and we also honor the linemen as well. I guess I'm not sure if that's the same time or not, but we do. It seems like it's been being the same week.
It's close to the same time, okay. But we recognize both the electric and the gas at the same time, and we're proud to do that because the work they do is very dangerous, and we always try to recognize those that with the Lineman Appreciation Day, which became by the governor's bill, if I remember right, on the lineman side, and I'm sure they were going to be working something on the gas side.
Absolutely. One thing about that when we talk about both of those groups, including all of our groups, is to move over. You was talking about the group working up on Park City Hill, and even our contractors. We ask everybody to please move over if you're driving down the road and you see a utility worker or a highway patrol or fire department or whoever on the side of the road. You need to move over because it's extremely dangerous. You've been out there yourself. You've actually know how bad that is. You've actually been involved in that. So. Well,
it can get pretty bad, and the law about to move over is becoming more strict because they're taking it back to the floor again. The fines are going to be really high. So, when you got cones and you got flags and all that set up, and you have cars that come through and run over the cones and everything else, they're not paying attention, and that could very easily be an FPU employee. So, we don't need that to happen.
You hear those stories every day, and I know you want us to go home just like we came in, but probably one of the most dangerous things we do on the side of the road, and we have people on the side of the road virtually every day.
Yes, we do.
Cross connection awareness, that we talk about that this time of year, every year, and our cross connection program protects our customers' drinking water. You might tell people a little bit about that.
Well, you don't want to have something hooked up that feeds back into the water system. Like if it's a swimming pool or if it's a pump or if it's a different source of water and those kinds of things. We have to have that in place to be sure that it doesn't feed back into the normal water system, and sometimes it could contaminate it to a certain degree. So that's the reason that program's in place.
And we got our guys at the water department. They do a good job making good water and then getting it to the home. The distribution system is so important, and they have all kind of guidelines, and this cross-connection awareness and the cross-connection is so vitally important to the safety of our water. So we ask everybody to be very, very careful.
Yeah, all the work we provide on all the utilities is required by the state, especially on the TDEC side, the comptroller side, EPA as well. So there's a lot of rules and policies that's in place, and it's very, very strict on how we provide safe drinking water, and we got to meet all those requirements through the state and EPA.
We have got a really good, we're blessed to have the Elk River running right through our town, and then we have the water treatment plant out there with a membrane filter system that's been put in since you've been CEO. That's I know something that you're proud of, but it does create very, very high quality water, and we're continuing to grow that system for sure.
Yes, we are. And matter of fact, we got a work plan that's coming up that we're going to be designing some more trains that goes in the water plant for membrane filtration. And over time, if we can get up to where we can pump 8 million gallons, which is not required, but, if you have everything in place, you don't never know when you might need it that, could almost serve the entire county. So.
It's good the building was built for growth. You're set up to add another train to make more water, and that's really, really good because when we talk about we can go back and talk about during the cold weather where we had maybe not necessarily a water shortage, but people were using more water than we could possibly create. That's tough, especially when we feed other communities other than our own.
Well, we can pump the water. It's just we had so many leaks through the winter, we just couldn't keep up with it. And so that's the reason we had to curtail a little bit, to some of the parts of the county that we fed water to. Didn't want to do it, but that's what we had to do. So we was obligated to, to keep our tanks full for anything else that come up as any type of emergency.
Absolutely. You've always been a part of having youth programs. We got a couple of things coming up. We have the youth leadership coming up, which is part of TECA. That's coming up in Nashville this March, which this is the last day of the month, so March is tomorrow. So that's coming up, and also the Washington Youth Tour this summer, and another program you're proud of, and I guess the schools are pushing now. People might want to tell everybody about our Student Utility Board. Yeah,
the Student Utility Board has been a great thing for us, and we really get some good students that come through that program, and some we hire part-time. Sometimes we end up hiring as a full-time employees. So it's just an opportunity for them to see everything that goes on at FPU that they might be interested in of coming back and going to work and staying in our community.
Absolutely. And one other thing, the TAUD program that you got over to water, that's the first one in the state so far that we're working with?
It's the first one in the state, and we hope it works out well. To my understanding, if everything goes good, that they'll start doing it at other utilities as well.
Yeah, and that teaches young people about what we just got through talking about having good, clean drinking water and the process it takes to go through that. And there's a lot of training involved in that, and it could be a good opportunity for young people as the restrictions get harder and harder, as to have the employee learn more and more, but it's a good opportunity for young people.
It is, if that's a career that somebody might want to do someday, and you're going to need water operators, so it'd be a good career.
It's a good, clean career, but it's a lot of responsibility. Absolutely. One thing that we're excited about, it's time again, our customer service days is cranking back up. We have been to Mimosa, and we've been to Flintville, and now we're getting ready to have one in Park City. You might tell everybody where that's going to be.
It's going to be at the community building right there behind the First National Bank on Madougal Road. Okay. Right there, Highland Rim, Madougal Road. That's where we'll be setting up for hot dogs, and we'll have some equipment out there set up as well. We'll be able to talk about all of our services that we offer. We'll do bucket rides for the kids, and I believe that goes on from 5 o'clock to 6:30.
Yeah, that's on March 25th, and there again, it's going to be in Park City at the First National Bank. We have future events planned at Petersburg, Blanche, and the last one, the grand finale, will be here.
Here at Fayetteville, FPU.
Yeah, everybody's going to. We'll get those dates out to you soon, and we're excited about that. We hope we just want to try to give back. We want people to know we're here for them.
That's right. And a lot of the customers that we talk to, they'll tell you, well, we didn't know y'all did that, and those kinds of things. And that's what we want to be sure that we do a good job of educating our customers of what all we do for the community. So,
all right. Well, Good Friday's about a month away since today is the 29th. March 29th is Good Friday. We'll be closed on that Friday, and so I want to let everybody know about that. One thing that we've been working on for a while, you've been working on for a while, is the outage map, something very important. It's called an outage management system. You might tell everybody what that is and then what benefits that is they can actually see.
Well, it benefits the entire community. If you go to our website and if you get on the outage map, and if we have a big storm that goes through in certain areas or something like that, you can actually call it up and see how many outages are in that area. And now we're tied into the whole intersection of all the other utilities as well. So if a storm goes through several different counties, you can see actually what's happening.
Absolutely, you can see it firsthand. I mean, even in the old days of broadcasts, we used to listen to the old Fayetteville Electric just to find out where the damage was, because y'all got power outages immediately when it happened. So that was kind of before. But now this right here it's open to everybody. And just this week, you got it tied into the national map. So now sometimes you see the weatherman talking about outages, and so ours will be on there as well. So that's something we've been working on for a while. But anyway, on Smart Hub, you can pay your bill, see what your bill usage is, and also look at the outage map. Even report an outage, I think. You can report an outage also by calling 433-1522 or use the Smart Hub app. We have dispatchers here 24 hours a day. That's something you're proud of. I don't think every utility has somebody here 24 hours a day, and we do, and you pride yourself in that.
Well, a lot of them have a third party, and it takes a little longer. Not that they manage the system and look at the SCADA, but our dispatchers are at the SCADA system, and we also have smart meters that calls in when there's something that happens or excessive leaks on the water side. We was able to help several customers out with busted pipes this past winter, and saved them a lot of money and time, and which they didn't even know they had a leak. And with them sitting there and taking calls and talking to a live body and knowing about the system where you're talking helps out a lot to the customer.
Absolutely, and that's a good program. We have some very good dispatchers that can pretty much handle anything. The thing about a dispatcher, Britt, they got to know the entire system, not just electric. They have to know everything. And I'm always impressed with especially when they're under pressure. Sometimes if you have an outage and you've got 100 people calling in, of course that dispatcher can't get but one call at a time.
That's right. But, during those times when it is that bad, we have additional people that come in and help answer the phone, and plus the supervisor. And now with more fiber that we get out through the county where we can monitor our equipment as well, we can isolate and get it down to almost where the exact area is that's out of power.
Right. That's very good. Well, Britt, there's a lot going on. I'm sure you've got more things you could tell me about. That's all we have in our notes. You got anything in particular you want to talk about?
I know that we're closed on Good Friday, but like you said earlier, the dispatchers are here to take calls 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we have men that's on call as well to respond to calls of any danger or any outages or gas or anything like that. So just want to make sure everybody's aware of that. I still wanted to talk a little bit about our employees, the dedication that they provided and always do during events like what we had this past winter. And you couldn't ask for a better group to work for the communities they do. That we're very blessed to have all of our employees of the dedication we have at FPU.
Absolutely. We appreciate our customers. We appreciate what you do for us here and your leadership, and we look forward to a good spring and summer, and we're going to keep on keeping on.
We're going to do the best we can.
Absolutely. Britt Dye, our CEO, General Manager, has been our program today, and we will do this every month. And we appreciate you watching here on Fayetteville Public Utilities YouTube channel, and we appreciate you being here today, Britt.
Thank you.
Thank you.